What's up, YouTube?
A lot of stuff in there.
I'm here at ballpythonmorphs.co.za. Gonna put a link for their Facebook, so we're gonna highlight some cool ball pythons. This is probably the biggest ball python collection, one of the biggest ones here in South Africa. So let's start highlighting. Now, I do believe you produced a Nyala ball python, is that correct?
Yes, we started off with Nyala. It was a animal I got out of Africa, out of the wild from Benin, a small place in Benin. You can put your back down here somewhere. A small place in Benin. What we've seen with Nyala, I believe it's very close to mahogany.
Very cool.
The original Nyala did have something extra, a type of granite gene. We're still working on that.
Oh, wow.
But it's a long-term, project. It's not always that easy. Here's a Nyala female. I just got a clutch from her. If you can look at this,
have a look.
You can see it's got that extra gene in it as well, and it doesn't look like a normal mahogany.
No, it does not. I mean, it looks very dark. So was this named after the antelope? Or?
Yes, I did.
It's beautiful, I can tell you.
This is a female. I bred it to candy this year to make candy head, Nyala head candies.
Oh, very cool.
Let me quickly think. Okay, here's a Nyala leopard Mojave.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Oh, she's in the blue, unfortunately. I see. I did.
Have a look at this, guys. This is what you said. It's going at a kryptonite.
Yes, we call it a kryptonite, but she's in the blue now.
But she's still an absolute stunner. Now, you said this is a Nyala leopard and Mojave.
Yes.
You can tell you. A lot of leopard gene is usually linked to the piebald gene, but it's not all 100% het pieds, but a lot of leopards are het pieds.
Yes, you can't.
The leopard gene was produced by Peter Call back in the 2002 or 1997.
Out of pieds. Yes.
And a lot of them were het pieds originally. Pete, if you're watching this, thanks.
If I'm correct, the first leopard was bred out of pied.
Oh yeah, I think so.
And that's why they were het. Okay. Then we've got another gene we're working with that I call striker.
A striker.
Striker is it's a bit of a subtitle gene. As soon as you combine it with yellow belly, it reacts very well.
Oh, so it's like a...
No, it's not allelic or anything.
Oh.
But the two genes just work. I can show you, let me just think what is it good. Here's a black pastel striker yellow belly.
Ooh, wow.
You just shed.
Look at that, guys. Just have a look at this pattern. Look at the pattern right here. Look at this pattern. Look at the beautiful brown color here. Look at the stripe. Ooh, look at these bunch of nice stripes here.
And that nice orangey red coloring.
Like a little. It kind of reminds me a little bit of a granite shorttail, a little bit, but sort of, not entirely, but. You said
this. On this, we still also got a lot of work. We trained for supers this year on striker and on Pharaoh, another gene we're working with. Here's a fire striker yellow belly. For comparison.
Have a look at this one, guys. Look at this. That's the fire. You said that's the yellow belly black pastel, but now this is the fire.
Yeah.
When you add fire pastel to anything, I say that really, and add lesser to this is going to look amazing.
My table is a bit dirty, but also what it does is it gives this extreme yellow on the bellies.
Look at
that. You can't see this now so well, but you can see this that extra yellow that you never get.
Yeah. Look at that yellow. Yellow belly is linked to the ivory gene. Amir, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, in Florida, purchased the first yellow belly for about $15,000 that almost looked like a normal ball python. Peter, I remember...
You see what it does on the belly pattern? It changed it completely.
I remember watching Brian's Snake Bites. He said the first ivory ball python sold for $125,000 back in the day. I can't imagine how much it would have been here in South Africa. It was there. Ultra Mel.
Okay.
Nyala pied.
Okay, and then one of the first, it's a pastel yellow belly striker, but it's a mature male. I don't know how well he looks at the moment. This was the first ones we produced from the original female.
Have a look at that, guys. Like I said, pastel. The pastel gene was produced back in '97 by Greg Graziani in Florida. It eventually started the line at Kevin McCurley's at Nerd, and then eventually at many other snuds. But when you add striker to pastel there, whew, that's a beautiful snake.
Okay.
And yellow belly.
And then hopefully next year we can go with these to the clowns.
Clowns.
Yeah, we've got some heads.
That's a het clown there.
Yes.
I can't wait. Pastel. It's the same snake
Pastel
there.
striker yellow belly head clown.
But that snake carries a trait for a clown. The clown is a recessive trait produced, I think, by the snake keeper. I have to double check. I think it was back still in 1997. The clown gene is like, if I thought the tail looked like a clown, I can only imagine what that snake's going to look like when it's got the clown gene.
No, we'll see.
Another one there. Is that the same thing, or?
Striker yellow belly is just the plain head. Okay, from striker, I don't have much more striker stuff to show you.
Okay.
We did export a few. They still they haven't been sold. All of them haven't been sold.
Okay.
Some went to one breeder. Justin got some, and
Justin Kobaka?
Yeah, and another breeder, and then there's still some at Antelope Corsi from Hilton Head Exotics that we still wanna market. Okay, Pharaoh. Let's talk about Pharaoh.
Pharaoh is also, you said, is a dominant gene or is it co-dom?
Dominant, but we still got to try and prove the codon. Okay, I've got the Pharaoh male here.
Just have a look at that furrow. Look at that pattern. It kind of reminds me of a sunset.
Yeah, it's
darker
not.
Version.
Sunset is much more red.
Yeah, but a little darker version.
Yeah, this is a very crazy, also a granite type of gene. Because granite is not a gene. Granite is a look.
You said? Okay. Yeah.
Because there's how many lines of granites and they do different things.
Like,
you can't, as soon as you got specks in an alien head, you can't just call it a granite. You can call it a granite, but that doesn't mean it's going to do the same as the other one. Okay. So each needs their own name. It's like shrapnel. It's a granite gene. Okay. Nanny. It's a granite gene.
Wow.
We can carry on. Personally, I think Stranger might be a granite.
Yeah.
A granite type gene.
Yep.
If I look at them. And the same with these.
Yeah. Pattern.
Now from here, okay, like with any other gene, you get extremes, you get some that's not as pronounced. Okay, here's it. I've got, where is it? Yes, oh no, this is Mojave Striker, the one that we just finished with.
Look at that Mojave gene.
This is Mojave and Striker Yellow Belly. And here I've got it with Butter.
Oh, the butter. The butter gene is also linked to the blue-eyed leucistic, much like the Mojave and much like the lesser. They're both really enhancing genes in my opinion, but have a look at the contrast between. You said this is the butter, and this is the Mojave.
Yeah.
But I tell you, the butter.
And you see how it reduced the alien heads, make them narrow.
It does. Gets this guy's a little fired up. This guy's a little fired up here, though.
Wow.
So beautiful.
They are. Yeah. The Mojave gene was produced by, I think, Dan Sutherland of the Snake Keeper.
Well, proven, you suppose, because all those genes came from the wild.
Yeah. Oh, well, proven up by Dan Sutherland. The reason why I called it a Mojave was because I think they're in Utah, which is in the Mojave Desert.
Desert, yes.
Then
okay, but this is butter. It makes the butter a bit darker. It brings a bit more darkish color into it, what I think will work well if you combine it in your clowns, because your butter clowns tend to be very light. And this can just give that contrast and that extra definition.
Yeah, it's nice.
He's a bit restless, eh?
This one's a little so beauty. Oh, a feisty monkey.
Yeah, I love them feisty. You know they eat.
That means, yeah.
Okay, now we can go to Pharaoh again.
Yep.
I just wanted to show you these two. Okay, on Pharaoh, I've got stuff outside, but let me see what I've got. Okay, this is a pastel Pharaoh head clown.
Pharaoh pastel. Again, the Pharaoh gene with a pastel. Greg Graziani, thank you for this beautiful pastel.
And then this is head clown as well.
Also head clown. Wow. You guys ever seen a clown? It's much like it's like an orange ball python with like a stripe down his back. It's like I think it got its name because it was thought it looked like a clown mask. I don't know how.
Then on Pharaoh again, this is super pastel Pharaoh.
Keep this. Remember, if you guys don't know, if you could look at world of ball pythons, the pastel is a codon trait, and then when you breed two pastels together, you get 1 in 4 a super pastel, and this is the super pastel Pharaoh, which is just as enhancing as regular pastel. This is pretty much the pastel gene on steroids.
Yes, but I want to show you what it does with fire, the Pharaoh gene. Then it cleans up completely. Okay, here's Pharaoh with lemongrass.
Yeah. This is a Lemon Blast, which is a pastel pinstripe Pharaoh. The pinstripe, now another gene I always like to highlight oftentimes is the pinstripe. That was produced by Brian Barczyk from Snakebites TV. I always put a link in his description to show him some love.
Beautiful.
But that's a beautiful. But he produced the first Lemon Blast, I think, back in the '97. Story about the pinstripe. It was produced by, I think, Benin or Togo. I think either Benin or Togo. I gotta double check. But or Ghana. But I remember he brought it in for about $27,000, and he sold them for $25,000 each. And when he ran out of pastel with pinstripes, people were upset. They were like, there was a huge demand for pinstripe ball pythons back in 1997. Brian, if you're watching this, thank you for producing the pinstripe. See what else we can highlight.
I don't think I've got a lot of the other new gene stuff here. That's a lot of. This is mash. Mash is. I'm still working on this. This is.
The mash. That's a new gene.
Yeah, it came out of wild. I've bred a few things. I haven't produced much yet. It's
this is the mash.
Lying in the shelves.
Yep. So.
Yeah, I still have to. Yes, I've got this female and a yellow belly mash that I will breed back together later.
Wow.
But that is. It's one of those projects. There's still a lot. I'll go show you outside just now. I've got some stuff here I want to show you. We've got the Jester gene that we're working with.
Jester?
Jester is also a gene I got out of Africa. It lets you think of a Harlequin type gene.
Harlequin? You mean like
Harlequin.
Oh, Harlequin.
Harlequin type genes.
Okay.
There's a few more different Harlequin type genes. This is the original Firefly Jester.
Yep, Firefly is a pastel fire. The fire gene was produced by, I think, Kevin McCurley back in '97 as well. This is the Jester gene with the fire and the pastel. Fire pastel is a firefly, which when you add that to anything, it really gives a nice color, much like this beautiful snake here.
This side. Here's a fire jester. It's the same gene, just with fire and jester combined. It's just to show she light now at light shows she's a bit skinny.
Yeah.
But you can see the two genes combined.
Yep.
And then we go here. Here's a super pastel, what I believe is a super jester.
Super Jester, look at that
Super
pattern.
pastel super jester.
Look at that.
Fire.
Ooh, even better. Fire. I guess super pastel fire is the best one. Now have a look at this. This is the same thing?
Yeah.
Super pastel fire. Look at how clean the pattern is.
Super pastel super jester fire.
Yep. This is so pretty much it's a double super form is what I call. You breed two super pastel to a super jester, you get all pastel jesters. Breed those together, it's a 1 in 8 shot of producing these animals here. You add fire or lesser to this, that is going to make one killer animal.
But look how clean it is.
Clean it is already. It's going to look...
You think there's a ghost in here?
Yeah. both names. The desert ghost gene is also a recessive trait. It's much like a hypo. But
These are those very nice characters.
It
We've
is.
worked a lot, but on Wally's side, he made some nice babies this season. Okay, those is the.
So you got a leopard super stripe. Got a little super pastel lesser,
I've got
super
another one
jester.
that I wanted to show you. Oh, one went to Wally. I've just got the. Where's the other one? I'm just looking for another.
So, look at that. This is now this is what you add.
Pastel, super jester fire. It's not super pastel.
But now this is one killer animal. This is a pastel. As you see, you might have heard him, but he was a little feisty monkey too. But fire, pastel, a firefly, I tell you, those are really
Firefly
good genes.
super jester.
Those are good genes to work with. And a really good starter point if you want to start breeding ball pythons. Those are two good genes to start off with.
But you see, the main thing is cleaning.
Oh yeah, the clean pattern.
In going back to Pharaoh, firefly spider with Pharaoh.
Does it have the wobble? Have a look at this, guys. This is one gorgeous snake. Furrow, pastel, fire, and you add
Fire.
spider to this. This is not.
But look how clean.
Look at that pattern there. It's much like. Look at the beautiful. Hey, look at this pattern here. Ooh, sketchy. Now. Look how got the spider gene here. It doesn't have the wobble.
It reduced the spider pattern.
It does.
And it cleans up like
It does.
crazy.
Yeah, these things don't. The wobble gene. I'm glad I'm highlighting some spider ball pythons around. As you may know, the UK recently just banned the sale. I think it was the UK that banned the sales.
Because of the wobble.
Yeah, which is just a ridiculous law. You can see from this animal, the spider gene. It's just one wobble and one snake. It's not going to kill the animal. It's just normal. This snake doesn't even do the wobble. And look how completely fine it
are
is.
my animals with the best personality of all my ball pythons. They're different.
Exactly.
They come, they're nosy. They're fantastic animals.
They are.
Look,
Have a look
you've
at them.
seen how feisty those others is. Look how those are. This is. She just wants to be here and see what's going on.
Beautiful snake.
But that is what Pharaoh can bring to the party at the end of
It does.
the day. Even if we just use it for a cleanup gene at the end,
Yeah.
it's going to be worth it.
It is.
This is just head clown stuff. Yes,
Yeah.
I don't think I've got other projects. This is from a project I'm still working. It is something with a pastel with the gene. I've bred the female again this year. It's the second time I've bred.
This is the
So
pastel.
plus a new gene we're working
Oh,
on.
new gene.
A very busy pattern thing.
Have a look at the pattern here. Look at this. Come on, this. So you
If
got
you
the,
think of all these busy pattern stuff like
Yep.
click or that. Here's the original female. I just want to show you for interest's sake. Let me just see where she is. She's also going to be thin because she just had the clutch.
have a look.
See, this is the original female
This is the original. So it's the
female
new gene.
that pastel were bred out, and you can see the pattern carried over to the
Have a look, guys. This is a beautiful. It's got a little darker morph because you know I'm also into the earth tone stuff. But
Yeah,
look
but
at the.
aberrant pattern, that's the
Aberrant.
main thing, and the
Yeah.
pattern carried over.
You see, you got a bunch of tides here.
Then we've got another gene we're working with, the Gobi gene.
The goby.
Yeah, it's a recessive thing.
Recessive.
Here's the original animal we brought.
Have a look at this. This is no. This you said this is a
Yeah,
recessive
she
trait.
just laid now. She's also quite skinny. She just had the clutch
Have a look,
in
guys.
the week. They've got these clean bellies, these train track black markings. But this on its own, we think we've done this. We've made the super. Or
Hopefully.
the recessive, because from those we didn't produce anything.
Oh.
And then when we start breeding back, we started producing the back. I'll show you now.
Alrighty. So, cinnamon vanilla. We got.
So nou kan ek vir jou vra, is dit nou jou spesialiteit?
Nee, broer, enkele papegaaie vir 'n lewe.
Oh, you guys are wondering what a clown looks like. Let me show you one really quick.
You just decided to branch off?
No,
Okay, sweetheart.
I've grown up with these animals.
Okay, this is the clown. This is a clown to ball python. This is what they look like.
Female.
Oh, she's a chunky monkey. Now the clown gene, like I said, I think it was produced actually by VPI in Texas. trip by David Tracy.
There were more than one wild caught that came into the hobby.
Hobby. I think it's called Hobby, but she's in shed. But when she sheds out, I tell you, the clown gene is beautiful. Wow. When you add this clown gene to those het clowns that he was showing you earlier, they are going to look. They're going to really clean up the pattern there.
So nou en as jy nou sê jy broei slange,
Papegaai.
nee, maar hierdie slange, ek sien
Ja.
jy's besig met.
Have a look at this. This is a banana clown.
Yes.
The banana gene has a very interesting story. They were brought into the country as caramels, which Kevin McCurley produced the first T positives, I think. But they were selling for about $45,000, and no one wanted to buy them because they thought, oh, they're regular clowns, regular caramels, sorry. But Will Slough from Illinois, feisty monkey, actually bought that animal and actually proved it out to be a co-dominant snake. Which, when you put two bananas together, you get a super banana, which is a really kind of like almost a lavender albino. But now Kevin has coral glows, which are the same bloodline, same animal, but just different bloodline. So this is the banana clown. Banana is codom, clown is recessive, but this is one gorgeous animal. And so you got a stinger bee furrow. The stinger bee is the enchi, right?
Yes.
This is the stinger bee furrow. This is I think it's a spider enchi furrow.
Yes.
The stinger bee. Have a look at the enchi gene was produced in Sweden by Swede balls. I think it came out of Enchi, Ghana, must have, because that's hence the name. But the super enchi is like you breed the super enchi to like a pied. There's pretty much no white, just enchi, super enchi, few white spots. But it's an enchi gene. It's probably one of my favorite codoms.
Reduce the gene a bit more because just your normal stingers is not as reduced normally as with the Pharaoh gene. But it's the same what the Pharaoh did on the
Firefly.
spider. Yeah.
Oftentimes you guys have. These are some ball pythons.
It's a little tongue-pied female.
Have a look at this. You guys may have remembered what my favorite mutation in any animal. It's the pied. Peter Call produced the pied back in '97. You get different varieties of pied. You get all high whites, low whites, high blacks. But pied, we finally got some pied berms in the U.S. now, which I'm happy for about. The pied. So look at have a look at this. This is a lemon. Now this is the pest. This is one more gene from that lion pied or something. This is the pastel pinstripe pied, or what they call a lemon blast pied. This is a low white pied here. And I say the pattern and the dark spots are just insane. Barchek, I can't thank you enough for producing this beautiful pin.
This guy worked hard. Orange trim yellow bellied pied. I've got babies next door.
Congrats.
I've got this gene that I'm working with. This is the first year breeding him.
Mm-hmm.
I've bred him to a few females. We'll see what we're going to produce. It's also out of...
This is another recently morph?
Yeah, first time breeding it. It came out of Africa. We'll see what it produces.
Yes, can't wait. A lot of times, snakes.
But I like what I see. It's light.
It is.
The color is right. I love the pattern, everything.
Beautiful
I bred
pattern.
him to 4 females. It is in the incubator. We'll see. Then I've got another gene. We call it Impala. It's a reddish. It's
Impala.
a funny gene.
Impala is an antelope. Actually, the favorite food item of the rock
That's
python.
Impala on its
But
own.
here's the Impala gene. Ooh,
Yeah, on
doggy.
its own. That
Look
is
at
the
that.
base move.
This is so you named it after the antelope as well, right? You named this after the antelope, right?
Impala, yes.
So much like an Impala, it's red. With that
Reddish,
beautiful
yeah,
color.
That's why. Okay, this is the Impala gene with butter.
Look at that butter. Again, the butter
It brings
gene
the color out.
It does.
It pops.
makes these animals pop. I think
Yeah, all these females just laid, so the condition is not. Here is an Impala orange dream.
orange dream. The orange
Orange
dream.
dream with the red gene, or the Impala gene.
Okay, the orange dream is also a codom trait. It was produced back in Maryland, where I live, by Oz. He produced two. There's a codom. It's like an orange color, but then it gets brighter when you breed 2 orange dreams together. I tell you, this is orange dream is another one of my favorite single gene mutations in the ball python industry.
See what the impala does. All these extra broad blushings that comes through. The flames run into blushings all the way. So we'll see. I'm hoping for some to the super or whatever on these this year.
No.
Okay, let's. Then I think we can go check the incubator and then we can quickly go outside.
But this thing, your business here must be worth what, millions and millions?
Yeah.
Huh?
See, there's some of mine. Low
this
white
is a-
pipe. It's a pipe. No white pipe.
This is a no white pine. Oh my gosh, that's kind of crazy. Now this, again, Pete Call. If you're watching this, thanks. Pete Call produced them. Now have a look at this one. Ooh, doggy, this is a beautiful snake. This is another pied. This is another expression of the pied. This is a more another low white pied, and I think pied with anything is really good. Not all animals that are black and white are pied, believe it or not. Some snakes. This is another beautiful. Have a look at the size of this chunky monkey here. This is a big pied. This is probably the biggest pied I've seen since Repticon last year.
No, she's not that big. She's skinny now because she just gave an 9 egg clutch.
Now have a look.
Yeah.
Now you get many pied combos that there've been some killer pied combos.
I love pies.
Yeah, my favorite base mutation of anything. Now, I believe it or not, some snakes, ball pythons, have white spots, but are not pied. I don't know, I can't name them off the top of my head, but some
Grey matter.
gray matter,
Your super cinnamon
super cinnamon.
champagnes.
Oh wow, super cinnamon champagnes.
Your urban camos.
Yeah, urban,
Like a pied.
much like yeah.
Yeah.
Have a look at the size of this chunky monkey here.
This is also one of the girls.
Have a look at this big girl here. Say
But they
pied.
look small now. They just have the clutches.
Yeah, still.
As it's main time of the breeding season.
Yeah, these are some gorgeous. These are some killer animals here in Africa, South Africa. Say ball pythons are coming along, much like the most.
I see you've got a nice thermometer there. I used to sell those.
The ball pythons are the most popular pet snake in the United States. I think they're becoming more popular.
That specific ones from Red Tissue.
We're going to consider
Well, I don't know
going
where-
into his
where that
incubator
was
room. Have a look at these.
These are Red Tissue. They're
I
quite
used,
accurate.
I used to sell more for medical purposes.
Well, these
Look.
are should also be quite
For
accurate.
the
The egg room.
You know, for the vaccines.
But yeah, you get a lot because we use a lot now for the incubators. A lot of mates isn't accurate. Okay, they're gonna be mostly in the blue now.
Okay.
Have a look there, guys. These
Pied,
eggs.
Some pied babies.
Have a look at these pied beauties. These are amazing.
Orange string yellow belly pied.
Oh gosh, look at this! Look at this! This is an orange dream. But you know how much I love pied ball pythons, and that's which one's that? It
Orange
looks
string
inchy.
pied.
Orange dream, it's a regular orange dream pied. But this is a yellow belly gene. Peter, Amir, whoever's watching us, thank you guys for producing these awesome morphs. Ball pythons are just.
This is yellow belly pied.
Have a look, guys. Yellow belly gene is just. Sorry about the noise of birds, but
Here's another one.
these are some gorgeous animals.
And there's 2 leopard pieds. This one is sheep.
These are you said are leopard pieds. Down here. Have a look at her. Oops, sorry, Dad. Have a look. This is the leopard pied, which is linked. The pied gene again is linked to pied. The leopard gene is linked to piebaldism, but this is a leopard pied here. Whoops, sketchy. Don't be sketchy. Have a look at her. Have a look at him. He's a beauty. So you can. These are all leopards or what?
Huh?
These are all het pieds.
No, they from the pied, they all head pieds.
Yep.
But like here's orange stream head and there's, you see there's an orange stream head and there's a yellow belly head
Good,
and
good.
there's a normal.
There's a normal pied here. These gorgeous ball pythons here in South Africa. I thought we Americans had all the cool ball python morphs, but here in South, this is probably the
There
coolest.
is very good pied as well.
Yep.
Okay, those are just
Do you cut your eggs or not?
Huh?
Do you cut your eggs or not before they hatch?
Only after the day of cut.
Okay.
There's one that cut already, but I'm not cutting.
You don't cut?
It's butterhead goby by goby. That's
Wow.
really
Cool. Gorgeous.
When they cut more than 50%, I'll cut the rest.
Okay. Okay. Have a look at these birds.
I just cut it outside.
Any of these birds rescued, or
Huh?
did you rescue any of these birds, or?
No, it's everything we breed.
Okay.
We've got about 300 ivories.
Wow.
Sure.
Good.
That is our main income is the birds.
Nice.
You can just pull it close. No, you can leave the light on. Keep it on. This birds, it's just a snake. I don't need it, but the baby birds need it.
I tell you, these ball pythons are blowing my mind away. I mean, I remember when I worked for Jay Gonzalez, I thought he had some cool stuff. But here,
The best stuff of our collection is actually by my partner.
Wally. So we got here some bird feed. Da-da-da. This is we raised up rum.
Wow. Just excuse the doors a bit small.
That's okay.
Okay, Pharaoh. Let's go back. Here's a Pharaoh Mojave.
Oh, doggy. Look at this. Look at that beautiful Mojave. Dan, thank you guys for producing these animals. These are some gorgeous
That's still the
snakes.
Pharaoh gene.
Furrow. Yeah.
I made a pastel spider striker yellow belly. It's not the best combo, but it's getting better
Yeah,
with
look at the
age.
size. Look at that beauty.
It's
So-
getting better with age.
When you breed a pastel to spider, oftentimes you get what's called a bumblebee.
Yeah,
This
that-
is the bumblebee with the striker
Gene in it.
and yellow. No, it's just not
Yellow
yellow.
belly, yeah.
Yep. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, the pastel yellow
The
belly.
yellow belly you can see. It's there.
Nice.
Sure. Funny,
beautiful.
different with these spots. Dot, 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 dot. We'll see.
Okay. So that's have a look at that one, guys. Let's see. Leopard Mojave, Ultra Mel. We got a bunch of.
These are mostly genes you know.
Yep. Leopard Mojave. We know. We got
Or
these.
fire, yeah.
Oh, fire.
And this is with vanilla.
Have a look at these guys. This one's got the fire, which is linked to the black. Okay, I'm going to tell you the difference between the butter. The story about the butter and the fire. The fire is linked to the black-eyed Lucy, and the butter is linked to the blue-eyed Lucy. But often when you breed those two together, you don't get a white snake. But when you breed a butter to like a Mojave, or a butter to, I don't know, lesser, you would get a blue-eyed Lucy. These guys are fired up. I tell this guy's a little fired up. Maybe. Still. Talk too soon.
Okay, let me see. This is a few jester stuff, you know. This
Have
is
a look
fire
at
and
that.
jester.
Fire Jester.
It's still from the babies. I just want to see. I've put some this new babies.
What's this? This is a.
Banana clown.
Oh, this is another banana clown. This is recently hatched.
Yeah.
Again, remember this? Told you about the story of the banana gene. Will Slough produced it. I wonder if what happens if you breed a banana to a coral glow. I wonder if it's
Same thing.
same thing.
Yeah, same gene.
Wow.
We've got coral glow and bananas.
Wow.
All my projects is from coral glow. I've got clutches now, and I've got 2 spider coral glow head pied females we made from a male maker, coral glow, that I bred to pastel pied and orange dream yellow belly head pied. The eggs is in incubator.
Yeah.
This is from banana. The father I got from Justin. It's a banana head clown male
Wow.
I got from Justin, and that's
Kabaka.
what we produced these females.
There's some gorgeous.
Yes, because I wanted the female make a male,
Mhm.
and Justin only had the head clown one.
Wow.
So I said it's fine, you know, I can use that even better because we want to produce females that they're going to produce males again. So you're going to be on both sides of
you do.
sexes. If you've got a male maker, you stay on males. If you've got the female maker, female, then you stay on females. It's a pain. So it's better if you can, you know, break this cycle and with
Yep.
these, go both
Yeah.
ways.
Let's see what
It's
else.
the same. It's another one.
Another one.
And then just banana females.
This is just a banana
Yeah,
on its
that's
own.
66% possible head clown.
And have a look. Now that's a normal clown right
and a
there.
little clown from the same.
Yeah.
He
have a
will.
look at him.
He's a male, as expected, because the dad is a female maker.
Wow. Look at that beautiful clown ball python. So, yeah.
So that is some of the babies.
Yep.
Okay, now More if I just show you. If I just show you. Yes, just a plain striker and yellow belly.
Oh, look at that gene. This is a striker with the yellow belly.
Yes.
Not a lilac, he said, but they do mix really well, much like a highway or, which I think is a stunning snake.
I think at the end, when we start working this into other stuff, it will be really nice. Okay, then we've got a gene that we call Namib.
Equal?
Namib, like
Namib.
the desert.
Namib.
Yeah.
We call Namib. So.
The original was, here's a spider with the gene.
Oh, look at that.
It reduces and it cleans.
Yep, much reduced. You can see the reduced pattern, and then but when you add the spider, nice spider pattern there, but a little reduced.
I'll show you. Here's the base morph. This is the gene we isolated.
From the Namib gene?
Yes.
This is a plain Namib. And when you breed, so this is you can see the beautiful reduced pattern here. Well, you got a beautiful, the patterns on the side there, beautiful yellow markings there. This is a beautiful, some gorgeous. No. This is
And that I breed from Namib to Pastel.
This is the pastel Namib.
Yes.
This looks just
all
like
of them didn't look like this, but this one came out.
this looks like a super pastel Namib,
And it's
but
not. Because,
it's not.
Well, except if the pastel reproduces itself in the female, because it was a spider, Namib spider to pastel breeding.
Wow, it's gorgeous. Let's see. You got some ginger stuff here. Is that your mutation or?
Ginger is also our mutation. Very funny mutation. The base morph. I can show you the base female. I think no, she's inside. She's inside.
Right.
But they've got no granite speckling or nothing.
Wow.
And in with it's the what I believe is the super.
That's super ginger. And
Yeah, with
Enchi gene?
Enchi. No,
Ooh, that's
but
gorgeous.
look the granite stuff. Look what's happening here. There's funny stuff happening.
Yeah, that's like
We still got.
I don't see much grander patterning.
I've repeated breeding. I've got the exit incubator again.
Nice.
But these things are funny.
They are. So you gotta.
It's the first gene that I see that don't have any speckling in the alien head, and as soon as you make the super, it's got it.
Yeah. So let's see. We got a beautiful. And we got.
See, here's also one.
This is also super ginger.
Super
Enchi.
ginger. Yeah, I suppose this one's got Enchi. This one that I don't think has got Enchi. Yeah, this one.
This is the now this. You said this is the super. This is the super ginger. I can see why you call it a super ginger.
Yeah, without the Enchi,
Enchi.
I believe. Yeah.
Yep.
But you see, it's difficult. I'll have to prove the Enchi in this, but I believe this one definitely's got the Enchi.
Yeah, because you can see. I can see a little bit of the Enchi pattern in here.
Yeah, and the color in the alien heads. But like that one, I don't think
I don't
it's
see
got
any
it.
Enchi in that one.
But this is also something. Then Gobi. Gobi is that female I showed you inside. I haven't worked. I still got a lot of work. But yes, Gobi, a Gobi yellow belly butter.
Oh,
what
look
I
at that.
believe.
Yellow belly, Gobi butter. Again, not a lilac. Much like you can't produce a white snake from butter to yellow belly, which is okay, I guess. But look at the belly pattern. That's why it's got its name, yellow belly. I remember wasn't that snake
Yeah,
bites?
but yeah, also the Gobi gene has got a lot of influence on the alien head shape, the color, the pattern here down here.
Wow.
Because if you make only butter yellow bellies, they don't look close to this.
Yeah.
Here's another one.
Oh, look at that Gobi. Another Gobi, much like this one. So this one's a little bit chunkier. But when these animals get bigger, they really begin to pop as they get older.
Yeah. But here's another one.
Oh, look at that. Here's another. Hold up, these are yearlings, right?
Yeah. They're from late last season. You know, our breeding season is 6 months.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, if anything, we get eggs from September right through October, November, January, February, March,
Wow.
April.
Jeez, it's crazy.
This was a lot, lads. I think it was
Yeah.
in February or March, lads.
Giving us some ideas for my cages when I see the yearling, the size of a yearling ball python, the size of a hatchling, size of.
Yeah, but I've got yearlings that's double that size. It
Really?
depends, you know. It
depends on how you
what
feed 'em.
clutches, yeah. This is yellow belly
Goby.
head goby.
A yellow belly head goby.
Yeah.
It's just a plain yellow belly head goby. He's a feisty monkey. Let's see. Get a. They have a
This
soup.
one,
Yeah.
I think it's a better goby without the yellow belly.
Wow, look at that. Looks like it doesn't look like it's got the yellow belly. It's really hard to. When you breed yellow belly into stuff like lesser and
Yeah, it's
combine
not
the joints,
easy,
it's really hard to
but
find.
yellow belly opens up between. If I look at them, hey,
You feisty monkey.
you know, you can see that it's much more open between the alien heads, and I believe that's from the yellow belly. You understand?
He was a feisty monkey. That's another thing I see you've got is 007. What are those?
No, that is our Kalahari gene.
Kalahari, okay.
Yes, 007 was the female's number.
Oh, okay.
The one called the year and the number.
Year and the number.
That's why there's a lot of that. But if it's 007, I know exactly what it is. You understand?
Okay, so this is the
A khaki gene. It's a better
Khaki gene.
khaki. There's
Sorry,
nothing.
Caddy.
There's nothing. Yeah, it's super khaki.
super khaki. Have
Yeah.
a look at this.
I know Kalahari.
The super Kalahari, you said.
Khaki is another gene we stole. This is Kalahari.
Wow.
This is but the super Kalahari as far as I
Have a look, guys. Have a look at the
makes
beautiful
yellow.
pattern.
It makes. There's no pastel, no other color in here.
Yeah, it looks. Unless I'm sure you must have had pastel to this, but no
Yeah,
pastel.
this is a golden white color we get just from that breeding. Here's another one.
Oh, have a look at this. Kalahari said. And look at that. This is the same snake as this.
Yeah.
Just a little. Ooh, feisty monkey. Have a look at how beautiful he is.
I love how it brings this yellow coloring out.
So, guys,
Kan ek nie goed verstaan?
Yeah.
Ek gaan nog te kyk.
I was gonna
Ek sien nou kom nou. Okay. Kan jy nie goed terug? Ek sien nou kom nou.
go leave that
You
around.
I must quickly go feed the baby birds.
Yeah.
You know
Have a
this?
look at this.
Lavender snow.
This is what you breed. What now? What line of Axanthic is this? Is this
BPI.
BPI Axanthic?
Yeah, and we started all these projects from base. One is BPI Azantic, Mike Cross's bread pack. Everything we did, the double resistances, everything. We started, you know, because we don't have the luxury you got in the US. Like you can
You got-
pick and choose what you want to buy.
Yeah.
Double resistance, you have to make the double heads yourself. Then,
Here in South Africa?
Yeah, and then you have to start from there. And that's what we did.
Wow. So this is the so the VPI line. You get I think 4 lines of Axanthic. You got the Joliffe line,
TSK, Jolliffe,
TSK,
BPI.
Marcus Jane.
Yeah. And then, yeah, Marcus Jane, the one that he got in his pies.
Yep,
Yeah.
the Lightning Pieds.
Yeah, that new line.
This is my.
But this is, and you know, these things just gets better. When
And
they're
they get-
small, they don't have the yellow and the color.
But when they get older, they are so beautiful.
They-
This is the Lavender albino gene was produced by Ralph Davis, back also where I live in Maryland, but not exactly where I live, but in like Bel Air, well, more towards Bel Air, I'd say. But and now this
baby
is
candy female.
This is a candy?
Produced.
produced by Peter Call as well. I don't know when he produced it, but interesting enough, when you breed an albino to a candy like this, you get candinos because they're allelic. You don't have to worry about double heads. Now, when I was
It's actually a double head that is visual.
Oh.
Because it's head candy, head albino. Half the babies will carry the candy gene, half will carry the albino gene. You just won't know.
wow,
That's why I prefer to work with pure candies.
Pure candies.
Because it's not a double head like in your candinos. It's
Yeah.
just much easier to take it to the next step.
yeah. So, believe it or not, there's
And
an,
this is beautiful.
it is. There's another snake just similar to the candy called a toffee. It's also
Same thing.
same thing pretty much, except when you breed it. Here's another vision of the candy. Beautiful candies. Yeah, candy's not good for your teeth, but these are beautiful. Let's have a look at the beautiful purple patterns here. I had an amazing time over at BPM. I'll put a link for Rassie's Facebook page downstairs. Make you guys show him some love. Let me know what ball python you thought was cool, or which bird you thought was cool. And Brian Barczyk would say, have an amazing day, be kind to someone. Miguel from Always Evolving Python says, start off with Brian Cusco, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Dave Kaufman says, feed your reptile obsession, rattle on. As Miguel from Always Evolving Pythons would say, deuce. Have an amazing weekend. God bless.